Hey, PJ here with the Web Mavericks, and I wanted to go over our new AI suite. Now, if you watched all our features, you saw parts of it, but we have a suite of 6 AI tools that will make your life so much easier. And I thought I'd go through them real quick. Very first one we're going to start with is the Voice AI. So, this is for incoming calls, right? For right now. So let's create a new one, and we could delete these call bot, I'll call it, so I can eliminate it. And what this will do is when somebody calls in, it'll answer. And after a certain time, whatever we want to pick it up, and we're going to give it all information. So the whole point is not to lose a customer, right? So this is one of them. So, and you have a bunch of voices.
Before you put on a frown, make absolutely sure there are no smiles available.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of that one. Let's try Ryan.
Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right.
He kind of has an accent to it. Didn't sound American. Tim. Let's try Tim.
Life is what happens while you are making other plans.
He also sounds English. Let's go up to Nigel. Oh, got to hear Marcus. This sounds like Soul.
Let us always meet each other with smile, for the smile is the beginning of love.
Or even like Morgan Freeman. Let's go with that. So we're going to go with that, right? And, we have the business name, right? And it's like here's what it's going to say. Now, next year in 2025, this will be ready to the outbound call so that it can actually call and make appointments for you, right? And this will all be built in. We hit next, right? And we could tell it, well, we want it to collect a name. We want it to collect an email. I don't care about address, but I want to know what the issue is, right? We can put a trigger, right? But here's what's really cool. If we just switch to advanced, you could see, right? This is telling it what it's doing. You're an agent. You are a specialist for BizGrow networking, right? If the caller asks questions, I want you to check the trigger conditions and different stuff. We can, and we'll set this all up for you. And then we could tell it, what if we wanted to call to transfer, what to do. If we wanted to do this, if we wanted to send a text, what kind of stuff. And we could set a whole thing up based on your business of what it's going to say and what it's going to do. And it'll be all set up. And then, what we're going to do, which phone number it's answering for. Now, the other one's already answering for that, so I can't have two set it up on the same number. Right? And I can actually have one be an evening and one be a daytime. So that's all set up so that you don't lose a call. And I'm going to get rid of that. So then we have over here, we have conversational. And actually, we're going to conversational too. This first one's going to be gone, right? And we've already created a one here, but we can create another one that autopilot, and we can make it, we can call it whatever we want. I'm just going to leave it like this, right? You can actually make a different one for each one of these. So we could do one for live chat and one for Facebook. Maybe we want a different tone on each one. We'll put our business name in here. And I'm not really worried about this and how long it's going to take. All of these bots are 100% free till the end of the year. We sell the bots normally for about $297 each, and there's 6 of them, but we're going to bundle them. We're going to give you a great deal, right? So if I hit this and I save, and it's creating this, right? Then you go to bot training, and this is where we're going to put your well, I already had it. So, we want it to first scan the website and see what there is. We can give it goals, right? We can actually upload other stuff that we want it to read and do. So anywhere we have information. Now, most businesses get asked many questions. What are your hours? Do you do this? Do you do that? All that. So what you can take is your most popular questions, or if you get, and there's anything you get asked over and over again, you want to put it in here. You put the question and answer, just like we would in our Google business profile, right? And we're going to give it lots of answers, and we could tell it exactly how to answer it. And then you could test it over here by asking questions and having it do stuff. We can set the goals of what we want it to do. So, and again, we could test it in here and what we're doing. So this helps for conversation. So we could do, again, if anybody comes to our, so they come to the website and they come down here. This is where the conversational bot is going to come in and start talking, right? So, and it's, as you can see, it was asking a question. Also, if they DM us on Facebook, and you want to put a pause in there because maybe you want to answer the question first. So maybe you give it 5 minutes, maybe you get it 10, and if you don't answer, the bot takes over. Anywhere, here's Instagram, live chat, anywhere that you're connected. This doesn't connect to, I don't know if the new one connects to LinkedIn yet, but I don't have a LinkedIn for BizGrow Networking, so that's the point is mute there, but I'd love to connect it to that too, because I get a lot of messages on there. So that's bot number 2. Bot number 3 we talked about in the last one, and that's the reputation management. If you go over here, we have review AI, and this is going to respond to reviews, and we can tell it how long to wait to respond. Maybe it could be let's say we can go 48 hours, right? 2 days, right? Because some people like to respond to their own, but maybe if you miss it, you'd like a quick response back, right? And I could save that. And we could do different, whether we could make one for each. Or both. So whatever you want to do, and you could create a different one if you want it for the different ones. So I'm going to save that too. And I could show you right over here. We just talked about here. Joey left me a nice review, and AI review responded back, "Hey, thank you, Joey," and talked about the subject he talked about. So it brought that up. And as I said in the last video, if you didn't see it, Google, Facebook, they want you to respond. It helps. You'll get better responses from the platform if you respond to the reviews. But customers like them too, so there's no reason that you shouldn't. Now, our 4th one is pretty interesting. That's our funnel and website. Now the website one isn't live yet, but it will be shortly. So if we go into funnels and we want to make a new funnel, and we could do it here, and I'm not going to run another one because it keeps doing. So if I put in PJ's landscaping, right? And I select lawn or lawn care, right? And I do this. This is the one I just did in the last one, so I'm not going to run it again. I'll just show you. That's exactly all I put in. And let me go over to where it is. We did that over in this store, and that's all I put in was PJ's Lawn Care, and then it was a lawn care service, and this is what it built for a funnel. And it's going to do the same thing for websites. So if I click on edit, I didn't do anything except put in the name and pick the industry. And it took 3.5 minutes to build this, and look, it's even got moving text. I could go put my logo in here. It's got pages, and this is basically a website, but it only has the one page for a funnel. Has all kinds of different stuff in here. It has place for reviews, pulled some pictures out, has some facts, and we can answer them, and it'll pull all this stuff up. 3.5 minutes, and this thing's up and running. That's included. This is an easy, I'm telling you, this is a $400 or $500, AI that's going to build websites and stuff. There's another one that's really powerful coming up in a second too. So the next one is, if we go to automation, is actually content AI. And this one's spread all over. I don't know if it'll show anything here. But what this does is, so if we do go into the funnel, we do go into a website, we want it to make different stuff. It does this, as you can see, wait, I'll show you right here. So it'll make text and images inside your social planner when you're posting to social media, when you're making your ads, when you're making blogs, when you're making funnels, websites, emails. It'll write text for you and make pictures as you go along. So that's a lot like Chat GTP and everything else, and Bard, everything else that you see that's out there. There's a lot of content AI, so that's a pretty easy one. If you didn't have that, there's other place to go, but they're not free. At least the good ones aren't. Some of them aren't. And then this last one I think is probably the most powerful for everybody in here, and that's the workflow AI. So this is the 6th free AI we're giving everybody till the end of the year. So let's go to phone automations here. And this was I was talking about routing. So if we wanted to route phone calls and you have multiple people, we could absolutely do this. This is a thing. But you look at this and you go, oh my God, what is this? And why is it doing stuff? What does it do? We go over here to the AI and we say, hey, why don't you tell us what it's doing? And it's going to analyze the workflow and tell us, oh, well, this is the purpose of this is to do this. Here's what the triggers are. Here's what the actions it's taking. Here's the settings and all that. All right, so let's go back and we'll load it again. This time what we're going to do is we're going to ask it, oh, well, maybe we want to add some stuff to it. So if we go here and go, hey, we want to build onto this and do, what is a trigger? What is an action? We can add stuff on. And then coming in 2025, there's going to be a complete builder that you talk about what you want it to do, and it is going to build this entire workflow for you. This, you can ask Rita. Between me and Rita, we get paid a lot of money to build these, and having it in there is going to be, amazing for people. Now, I find it hard to believe it's going to build really complex ones like some of the ones we do, but if you just want a simple automation, say you create a calendar and you want an automation that's going to text the person about when the time is because you don't know how to do that, boom, it'll do it for you. So those are all 6 AIs that are now built into everybody's program, and they have every opportunity to use them. Not all of them are turned on because I don't want to just start turning on AIs everywhere, especially with the phone calls and stuff. If you're interested, let me know. They're 100% free until the end of the year. And then in 2025, the package for them is going to run $497 for all 6 of them. We're going to bundle them. But anybody that takes them now, we're going to give a year-end special. It's only going to be $197 a month, and it'll do all that stuff for you. So those are the new AI features that are in the program. If you have any questions, as usual, let us know.